Advanced underwater research equipment originally designed for the ocean floor is now being used in the Great Lakes. Northern News Now's Maggie Franzen has more on a recent deep water expedition on Lake Superior. Maggie?
That is right. 2 underwater filmmakers took to the Great Lakes, sending a remotely operated vehicle to the Superior Maximus, more than 1,300 feet down to the deepest part of Lake Superior. The spark for this mission was ignited when Yvonne Drabert and Zach Melnick learned that the deepest part of Lake Superior had not been formally visited since the mid-1980s.
So 40 years ago. So it was hard for us really to believe that no one had been there since. So we were like, well, okay, challenge accepted.
On Saturday, the team sent down a remotely operated vehicle with high-definition cameras to visit the Superior Maximus in hopes of documenting some rare deep water fish. This footage wasn't simply used for research, as Drabert and Melnick decided to live stream the entire exploration.
Going to the deepest part of Lake Superior is kind of like visiting a lunar surface. It really does feel like the surface of the moon down there. And the creatures that you see down there are kind of out of this world.
Drabert and Melnick were not alone in their curiosity, as they had more than 10,000 viewers tune in. The variety of critters, rock formations, and even a beer can captivated viewers, causing a flood of questions and engagement.
And a lot of them were really good. You know, people just wanted to know all the different aspects of what we were seeing.
The duo will be conducting more dives and research for their documentary in the coming months.
You know, that's our whole thing, is just trying to shine a light on the ecosystem of the Great Lakes in the same way that the oceans get, you know, the media light shined on them all the time.
You can watch the entire live stream on our website. Live in studio, Maggie Franzen, Northern News Now.